In Corticon, we have many no-code tools to help our users, and in particular, rules authors. The tools we have are logical analysis, rule completeness, and conflict analysis. So in rule completeness, we analyze all of the unaccounted for scenarios, while in conflict analysis, we analyze overlapping conditions but produce different results. So in this video, we will focus on conflict analysis. It is a very important tool to get the business logic correct. And the tool provides assurance that both the rules, requirements, and the implementations are correct. I'm mentioning requirements because sometimes the conflicts originate from the requirements document itself and it's not just an implementation deficiency. So to understand the power of conflict analysis and how Corticon or Corticon.js help the business users reconcile conflicts, we are going to use an example. So what I'm showing here is a set of simple rules for car insurance. The rules compute how much a driver is charged on a daily basis based on various criteria. So we have, driver age, distance driven, how many years the user has been driving, etc. So a lot of rules, and I can scroll here and show you. So for example, if I'm column 4 here, I see someone who is 26 to 32 has less than 40 units of driving. No matter how many years of driving, we're going to charge 333. So these are the rules. So to understand conflict analysis, let's imagine this scenario. Say these rules are deployed in production, everything works well, and after a few months, the original author moves on to another job. And now a new person is responsible for maintaining the insurance rules. So this week, that person is tasked with offering a promotion for young drivers from 20 to 22 who do not drive much every day, but as long as they have at least 2 years of driving experience, we're going to give them a discount. For at least for people who are just 20 years old, we want them to have at least 1 year of driving. So let's go ahead and let's add this rule. So before we add new rules, let's click on check for conflicts. And we see we have no conflicts here. So great. So this project is in good shape. So now the new user is tasked with adding new rules for young drivers and offering this promotion. So I have written a few rules here already. So let me enable them. We'll save some time. And so 20 years old, less than 10 units, 1 year driving, 21, 10 units again, and 2 years of driving. I'm offering $399, and if you're 21, only $359 a day. So let's add 22 so you can see how that works. Less than 10, and we're gonna say, yeah, 2 years of driving, and if you are 22, we're gonna offer $349 a day. Okay, so that's great. I mean, the new user thinks, oh, this is great and simple. I just need to add these 3 columns. But, when you click on conflict analysis, you realize you have 3 conflicts. So what is the user to do about this? Well, the first thing is most rule sheets are much more complex than this. I did this simple rule sheet so you could understand things quickly. But even with a simple rule sheet, you can see here I have a column in red, like, okay, there is a conflict, but I don't see what rules this is in conflict with. That's why we provide a tool called conflict filter. So when I click on this tool, what I'm going to see is just the rules that are in conflict. And so I'm seeing that, rule number 1 is in conflict with 12. Now I have another tool that allows me to browse through, and I can go to the next one. The age 21 is in conflict with the same one. Yeah, because of course, age 18 to 25. So rule number one is going to be in conflict because it includes the age we have, and it includes the same distance driven and the years of driving. So let's go to the last conflicts, and we see again it's 1 and 14. So the point here of this example was to create multiple conflicts so you could see that you could navigate between conflicts like this and process each one individually. The other point was to show the conflict filter so that I can focus on just a conflict because, if I remove a conflict like this, I would have to scroll, and many times it's much more, the rule sheet is much more complex than this. It will be very difficult. So if I want to see in context just a subset of things I need to worry about, I can click on this. Okay, so now we understand what is a conflict and how you navigate them and how you focus on them. How do you fix this? Well, you know, I want to keep 18 to 25, but I also want this rule to take precedence if really I'm in this case. So essentially, the user simply needs to come here and say, yeah, I want this rule to override rule number one. So here we go. Now I can go to the next one and do the same thing because obviously, whether it's 20, 21, or 22, we want to override. And any other cases, we want rule number one to be the fallback essentially. So let me finish this. Remove this. And we see, go to the right, we see we have these conflicts here. So I can again navigate between the conflicts. And now that I have overridden, let me run conflict checker again. And I have fixed everything. So no more conflicts. Great, my rules are in good shape. I can provide that for the upgrade to a business. So essentially, in just a few minutes, right? I mean, the user in just a few seconds, the user could enter the rules. Very simple. But then the tool came along and provided all the help to indicate where there was conflict and what other rules was in conflict with. And we provide this override mechanism as one of the solution to I don't know, solve the conflicts very quickly. So in summary, in this short video, we've seen what is conflict checker. We've seen how to use it, and most importantly, the huge benefit it provides. Right, for an end user or even a programmer to go in there and try to look through all the conditions and try to figure out are there any conflicts would be very difficult. In fact, the human brain capacity is such that we have a hard time dealing with a few more variables at a time at once. So these kind of tools are extremely beneficial. And if we compare with a more traditional environment where the business logic would be developed, for example, without Corticon, potentially these kind of conflicts would stay unnoticed for a long time or never being noticed, and the business would be running like this and until someone complains, I guess, nothing will be detected. Hopefully you will have found this video useful and you know more now about conflict checker. Thanks, bye.